Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Dr. Ravi Khamar here. I'm spine and joint specialist, physiotherapist, as well as dizziness and vertigo specialist physiotherapist, practicing right now in Dubai. So this is the video number part 2 in our series of vertigo and dizziness patients. As I mentioned, in your friends or family, anyone is suffering from dizziness, vertigo or any this kind of problem, this video series is going to add so much of value. So in today's video, we're going to talk, as I mentioned, in the depth of if your symptoms of dizziness and vertigo coming from the ear, what all things you need to know. So we're going to talk about the depth of ear-related dizziness and vertigo. So in today's video, if I just tell you and summarize how we're going to discuss. So we're going to discuss in a four main topics. So first, we're going to discuss the majorly in the depth of all the symptoms ear-related patients usually have. The next thing we're going to discuss what is the possible causes or diagnosis or the conditions usually these patients usually has. The third thing is we're going to talk about the management. So in management part also we're going to talk in the depth of the two management. First, what is the medical or surgical management, and the next one is the physiotherapy or rehabilitation management. And then lastly, that is the fourth one, we're going to discuss in the depth about the progression, how these patients usually get recovered. So I hope that the fundamentals of this video is very clear. So let's start with our today's video in depth. So in the first part of the video, as I mentioned, we're going to discuss in the depth of what all the symptoms, this kind of the patients, when they have the dizziness and vertigo from the ear-related pathology, what all the symptoms they usually feel. So as the name suggests, the first symptoms usually patient feels, that is a vertigo. So vertigo means already explained in our last video, but just to summarize very fast, because I already mentioned in the last video in the depth, vertigo is just a feeling of like patients usually feel that. Like they are feeling like rotational effect, that is vertigo. The second thing is dizziness. The dizziness means like they are not comfortable. They feel something is not right is going on in their head. That is kind of a dizziness. The third symptom that is very important, and that is we are going to discuss today in the depth. That is a nystagmus. So let me tell you what is a nystagmus now. So nystagmus, when the patients usually have the vertigo or some kind of the problem, they usually when the physicians or the physiotherapists when they check their head in certain positions, they usually feel that eyeball is moving little bit in some direction. So might be like side to side, up and down, or in a cross manner. This eyeball is moving. That is called as a nystagmus. And there is a clear-cut indication that these patients usually have the acute attack of this vertigo and dizziness from the ear-related origin. Okay. So after that, the most majority symptoms is imbalance and the swelling. These patients usually not feeling comfortable while walking. They are feeling like their balance is not proper, and they feel some kind of a swelling effect. Even sometimes I observe or I have just listened from so many of my patients when they come into the clinic. They are actually feeling some kind of the swelling effect. Even they are just simply sitting in the chair, in the stable chair. They feel that head is little bit moving, like they are sitting in the water, or they are sitting in some kind of moving things. So this kind of the symptoms usually comes at a swelling. Apart from that, there is very most important symptoms. Let me tell you, some patients they are not specifically comfortable in certain situations. So these certain situations may vary from patient to patient, and it is there is a too much of vast difference you usually see from individual patient to patient. Just for example, I will tell you, one of my patients, she is not comfortable while driving a car. At the same time, she is very comfortable in all other atmosphere. So there is very specific symptoms. She is not comfortable in the car. Some other patients, they are comfortable while driving, but they are not specifically comfortable while sitting beside to the driver. And some patients in the car only, they are totally comfortable while driving or sitting, but sometimes they are not comfortable when they are changing the lane, when they are driving, when they change the lane from one lane to another lane, or might be when they go to roundabout, they are not comfortable. There is a certain specific situation they are not comfortable. Now another example of this thing, patients, sometimes they are not comfortable in the cruise, or when they are going in the boat or in the water, they are specifically not comfortable. And very, very, very important symptoms, let me tell you, almost 80 to 90% of the patients, they have a vertigo dizziness from ear related things. they usually not comfortable with the loud noises. They feel too much annoying when they are going to the public places. So when I ask my patients, are you comfortable with to go with the public places? So generally they are saying, no doctor, we are not comfortable to go in the public places, and we are feeling some sort of like not comfortness or annoying if we even listen some sort of too much huge noises. So this is like symptoms usually get in this kind of the patient, and usually when they go to doctor, they explain these things. Sometimes doctors also don't have the proper answer. For that, you just need to specifically meet ENT specialist or the physiotherapist who is specialized for this case. Okay, in case if you are suffering for all these kind of symptoms, if you are not having a clear answer, make sure you check our free online consultation. So with that, I am going to just spend my 30 minutes of time, and that you are might be from any part of the world, you can take this benefit of free consultation. You can see some numbers on the screen. You can just put your ping high, and we can just explain the process, how you can take personalized consultation with me, and you can have the idea what exactly is going on. Okay, let's move to the next symptoms. So as I mentioned, some patients in specific situations, one of the complaints they usually have, they are not comfortable in the lift. Like specifically when they are going up the lift, or might be they are going the lift down. When they see the height, they are not comfortable. So this is some sort of those specific conditions, they are not actually comfortable, this kind of patients. And whenever they are in this kind of position, when their symptoms are triggering, so they feel usually vertigo. At the same time, very specific symptoms they have to observe that they usually feel sweating in the hands. So if you are feeling this kind of things, and if you are having the sweating, there is a clear indication that you have some problem, ear-related problem with the balance system. So that's where we're going to understand these patients usually have ear-related dizziness and vertigo problem. Okay, now apart from that, there are some small symptoms also patients usually feel. If you are suffering with this kind of vertigo, usually patients coming with too much of depressive feelings. They don't like to do some sort of the work. They're not able to focus in their work, and some sort of the life problem they're not easily able to handle. So sometimes I just come across the patients, they are suffering with the dizziness and vertigo since 6 months to 12 months. They are actually having too much trouble to handle their life's normal problem as well. And this is usually happens why just because of the depressive feelings, they are not comfortable, and there is no doctor actually to give them the proper answer for this thing. So this is really annoying that someone like if you are having an MRI and everything is normal, still you're not able to find a solution. So if you have this kind of problem, so consider to just show to any ENT specialist, or might be the physiotherapist who specializes for this condition or this kind of care. So I hope now it's very clear. We almost explain all the major symptoms this kind of the patients usually feel when they have the vertigo or dizziness from the ear-related origin. So if you coming to this category, so make sure you have this kind of the symptoms, and let's understand now. We just going to move forward in our next part. What kind of this diagnosis or causes for the symptoms? So let's understand what are the possible causes or might be the diagnosis. In that particular case, the patients usually feel the vertigo and dizziness. The first majority of the causes for all this vertigo and dizziness, almost 70% of the patients who's coming to me in the clinic, they usually have a BPPV. Now what is BPPV? It's benign paroxysmal positional vertigo. The name it seems, I know, is very complex, but for any kind of a non-medical background, but who's actually studying the medical or something, they of course know the BPPV. They usually heard this term very often. And the majority of the causes for vertigo and dizziness is BPPV. Apart from that, there are so many other ear-related pathology or diagnosis. In that also patients usually feel these symptoms. So this is just out of the scope of today's discussion. That one will make a separate video for that. But let me just tell you some of the diagnoses usually. Other than BPPV, there is some kind of the sort of infection in the ear. So that kind of also infection also causes dizziness, some kind of tinnitus, or might be the Meniere's disease. The Meniere's disease is a very complex disease that we have to understand in some other video. So anyway, just leave all these things and let's understand what is this BPPV now. So as the name suggests, benign paroxysmal positional vertigo. There is some word you can hear, the positional vertigo. Now in our ear system, the inner ear system, there is the three-dimensional semicircular canal is there. So this particular three-dimensional semicircular canal, what is the basic function of this semicircular canal? So this semicircular canal basically have some fluid in it, and when there is a vibration in this fluid, our brain is actually taking the information. Okay, our head is in this position or our body is in this position. Let me just give you the example. This 3D canal actually represent the 3D dimension. So when I move my head in certain direction, suppose I move my head left to right, so there is the lateral horizontal canal. In that canal there is a liquid, and that there is a vibration in this liquid, and that way your brain is perceiving your head is moving in that direction. The same way it happens with other two canals as well. Okay, now in this base of this canal there is a cochlea. Okay, in this cochlea, and there is the base of the canal, there is a crystal carbonate crystal is there. Now this crystal, just to easy way to understand, we can understand there is a small stones is there, and usually because of some sudden jerk or sometimes because of any reason, this crystal carbonate crystal particularly, they usually comes in the canal, and that time particularly patient have a BPPV, it is called as a BPPV, and that time patient have a very acute and severe attack of vertigo. These patients needs really emergency medical care. They need to go to see any kind of ENT or a physiotherapist who is specialized to do or treat this kind of cases. So I hope now it's very clear what exactly is happening in BPPV. Okay, we will understand what kind of the treatment in the later part of this video. So I hope now it's very clear to you what kind of the possible causes of this vertigo. So let's understand the medical and the rehabilitation management. Okay, so here we are in the management part. So what kind of the treatment this kind of patient usually can take? So first thing is the medical treatment, and the next one is the physiotherapy and the rehabilitation treatment. So today we just understand the basic medical treatment, and in our later part of this video series, the physiotherapy management, we are going to discuss in the depth in another video. So make sure you see that video when we just upload that video as well. So let's understand what is the medical management for this kind of cases. Usually we are going to talk about the BPPV. So as in the BPPV, there is an acute attack. So there is a crystal, as mentioned, that is comes in the canal. So we have to make this crystal back into their normal position. So when they are actually sitting in the normal position, automatically patient feels comfortable, and there is almost 50 to 60% they get relief from all the symptoms of the vertigo and dizziness. So for that, the treatment what we have to do, first we have to do the canalith repositioning, so that the specialist, otolaryngologist specialist or ENT, or might be some of the specialized physiotherapists, we are actually doing in our clinic as well. They are actually doing this crystal repositioning. They are making this crystal to come back to their normal positioning, and then the patient usually feels comfortable. Now other than that, usually they have to take some certain medication as well, and after finishing this positioning, ideally they should not start. Make sure you remember this point, just noted this one, it's very crucial and important point. I am going to just say, sometimes patients what they are doing, when they are actually done with the positioning, they feeling comfortable, and immediately they actually start a physiotherapy or exercises. That is not advisable. Usually once the positioning has been done, after that you should start the medication, but at least you should take at least 2 to 3 days of rest properly, and then you are allowed to start the physiotherapy management. So I hope the criteria is very clear to you. Okay, so apart from that, if other than BPPV, if you have other diagnoses, you have to take the medication accordingly. If it is like infection, you have to start antibiotic and other medications, that whatever your physician or ENT specialist prescribe. Okay, so let's start to understand our progression part, the last part of the video. So here we are now in the last part of our today's video, that is the progression. So first of all, let me just make very sure what is the actual meaning of this word progression. So progression, if you are actually suffering with any kind of the disease or problem, within how many days or how many months the recovery should come, and what you can expect, what the patient actually should expect when they are actually in the recovery phase. So this is the real meaning of progression. So when you have the ear related like vertigo or dizziness, or might be you are suffering with the BPPV, as I already mentioned, when the BPPV is occurred and when you actually done with the canalith repositioning, so immediately almost like 80 to 90% of the patient, they are actually feeling 50 to 60% of their symptoms is going to be recovered very fast. But that doesn't mean that full condition is recovered. As per my medical practice and my rehabilitation practice, I will see almost all the patient usually recover in 2 to 3 months of the time. I know it's very long time, but it is like that. This whenever you have ear related pathology or vertigo, they usually recover very slowly. But this is generalized, I am telling. Some patients may recover very fast, some patients may recover very slow as well. And usually the timeline you can consider like 2 to 3 months to 3 to 6 months as well. And even after finishing your physiotherapy management, I advise all of my patients to be follow all the exercises for coming 12 months, and some of the very great precautions they have to take according to their condition and their symptoms. So I hope now the progression part of this condition or this vertigo is very clear to you. Okay? If you have now any question, you can make sure to ask the question in comment below. So in today's video, I am just going to summarize all of the things what we understand. So in today's video, we actually in the depth we discussed about the ear related pathology and the vertigo and dizziness, what kind of the things or the symptoms usually this patient feels, what kind of possible diagnosis or causes, how the medical and the rehabilitation management of this condition, and what can be happen in the progression part. So I hope now it's very clear to you. And in case if you feel some of the terminology is new for you, so you just watch this video 2 to 3 times so you will understand in the depth. Okay? Now, if you feel this video is giving you some kind of the very unique knowledge in a very easy manner, if you like this video, so make sure you hit the like button. If you're new to this channel and if you understand more about what actually we are doing, so make sure you just watch our introduction video. And if you feel this video or might be our purpose of this channel is very unique, our purpose to make this world pain-free through the physiotherapy, that is our ultimate purpose. And if you want to support us in our purpose, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you will not miss any kind of notifications or video when we upload. Now let me come to the last point. In your friends or family or might be you, if you are suffering or any kind of this related like vertigo or dizziness or physiotherapy related concern, if you like to book online consultation, so let me tell you, our online consultation is totally free. And yes, you can just book our online consultation by just putting our hi message. We will guide you through the process and how we going to I will personally come and I will take your personal consultation on online video. Okay, so with that, let me just end up this today's video. We will see you in our next video. With that, take care. Bye bye.